since this fan was already having problems with the pull chain, probably, like it's starting to come apart here and there. And yeah, this plastic on one side is holding up, but this side's kind of like falling apart. So yeah, we're going to replace the pull chain switch on this 2.0 amp original before I actually make a video of it. And that's currently hanging in my fan room right now, where I store all the fans in here. But since I don't have power downstairs to do a test video and all this stuff, I'm going to do it in here. And yes, this pull chain switch is what's going to replace this one over there. And yeah, I will get to the video of doing it on time lapse where I disconnect this old pull chain. And yes, I'm going to have to make sure that, as you can tell, it still works, but the pull chain's set to low and all that. But make sure you turn the power off before getting started with this, because this can be very risky. And yes, this thing needs some restoration, but you know, this fan was pretty much almost a trash fine at this point, so I'm definitely piecing it together and going to try to make this a complete fan. But however, I want to fix the pull chain switch first. So yeah, by giving it a new replacement and all that. It's not like it's broken on the inside, but the side here that's holding it together is starting to come apart. So I had to like kind of glue it back together for temporary, but however, it's not going to hold forever, so I know I got to replace it. So let's get started. Right now we're on to the last two wires, which of course we're taking out the next pull chain, which would be like the last wires would be your number one, which is the red wire out of that slot, since it is stuck in there. So yeah, I'm gonna just undo it, pull it out there. And this goes into number one. Let me find it. Number one position. And this is, paper clips usually come in handy as a pick to pick out the wires out of the pull chain slot. Last but not least, the final wire, which is the black. Let me figure this out, try to get it out of there. There we go. And there's your old pull chain switch for it. So now I'm just gonna try to get this black wire into the fan pull chain slot, which is, of course, make sure your power's off at this point because you don't want to get shocked on into anything. So definitely goes into the L position, the black wire, which is your line. And yes, I will make sure the pull chain here is all connected right. At that point, so yeah, let's go ahead, start her up, shall we? See if she works. Something's up here. The wire coming disconnected. Okay, this is odd. Well, I think I actually found out the problem, why it wasn't working properly. Found out the red wire in the switch housing came disconnected. So yeah, I gotta kind of move this wires out of the way. This is why you have to be very careful when you actually work on these fans, because something like this can happen to you if you're not careful. Yeah, as you can tell, the red wire here to the motor lead got disconnected. So yeah, I am going to figure a way to get this connected back together, and should have a good self-running fan at this point. So yeah, these two came disconnected, so I'm going to try to get this connected back before I'm putting the fan back together. Alright, we're going to test it now since I got that wire connected back. Oh yeah, she works just fine. Let's go test it on all three speeds. No, she does have oil in her, so. Let's see if it starts up on its own. Yep, it does, so I'm going to put it back together and we'll start filming her. Alright, so we put her back together so far. We're going to test her out now again. And yes, she does have a new pull chain in her, so she works just fine. Test her in the reverse for the heck of it, because we know she works in 4 or 2. Let's see if she'll start up on her own on low, do as well. Yeah, she works. So yeah, looks like this is successful, but had a little bit of a complication, but we got her done. So yeah, let's put her back together completely and we'll test her out. Well, I just got her back together completely. And yes, let's test her out, shall we? High speed. Still wobbles like hell and all, but it is moving a ton of air. So that's why I'm getting a completely replacement blade set for this fan, because it wobbles like hell, as you can see. And yes, this is why you don't mix and match blades sets with each other, because this is what can happen. Wobble. Medium speed. As you can tell, she still wobbles like hell, but moving a ton of air, as always. As you can tell, it works. Low works too as well, but it's still wobbling like hell, but you know, it's only for a demonstration. And I plan to get a whole new replacement set of blades for this fan, since this is not original set, not the original set for this. And plus, one of them has been robbed off of my 1.1 amp original, the blades, so I can film this. Alright. The original fully works with the new replacement pull chain.